Alright guys, welcome to another Hostile video, and we're officially 4 days out from the Arnold Classic. Is it 4 or 3 days? It's on Friday. Today's Monday.
Monday.
It's more or less 3 days, 3-4 days out from the Arnold Classic. And today is my last training session here in the UK before I fly out first thing in the morning to Ohio. So I'm just gonna, walk you guys through that and take you guys through how we're getting our things ready to go. It's been a long day, man. We're definitely trying to get everything together. I haven't even started packing yet. So we're gonna have to get this training session wrapped up, get in, go home, get packing, and go flight early, first thing in the morning, about 4 a.m. So it's gonna be an early one, man. So it's gonna be a big stretch. But all in all, man, this has been one of them great preps, man. Everything is gone to plan exactly how we hoped it. And now that we're in the closing stages of it, the final week is, it's just now just kind of going through the motions and just kind of like ticking the I's or dotting the I's more or less. So what we're going to do today is just a nice, easy back session. We're not going too crazy because we're not trying to push anything or push that hard at it. Being the show is on Friday, we just want to get a nice, good pump in it and kind of go from there. And then we get off the gym, and it's already late. It's already coming to the evening now, so we get out of the gym and go home and get ready and hit the road in the morning. So we're gonna go off and get the back session going. It's about to be a good one, man. Final week. All right, let's get it. So guys, what we got our first workout today. We got a close grip and a pull down, super set with the pullover, paper pullover. Now, one thing I used to do in the past that was always a mistake for me, until I learned from Fuad what I was doing wrong to sort of get my back to grow. When I used to train back before in the past, I got really big arms, big strong arms, so I used to use my arms a lot when I trained back. I used to depend a lot on my bicep and tricep to really use that pulling motion for the arm workout. But when we were training last year, Fuad taught me something. He taught me how to take my arms out of the equation and let my back do the majority of the work. So when I extend, I try to extend all the way to really open up the back and pull from the back. I know you cross my bicep to do the work on my forearms. So when I start shifting the weight that way, I concentrate on bringing down the volume, the amount of weight I was lifting, and concentrate more on trying to engage my back when I do those movements. Things started to happen. I started to progress quite fast in that. My back started to progress quite fast in that. So it's just something you want to take in notes, especially when you're doing back exercises. Don't just roll with it and not feel anything. Slow it down and get a feel for it, and take your time to get a feel of what muscle is actually moving when you actually do any of your back movements. One thing that I like to do, and I appreciate having towards the last week of prep, is having those training sessions where I completely get to train alone by myself and just focus on what I'm doing. Because it's not because at this stage you don't really need to push your body any harder. You don't really need somebody to push you. You just need to just be able to get a pump on the training session. Well, what I find is having this sort of last training session by myself before we fly out to Ohio, before the noise, before all the cameras, excluding this one, and all the fans and all the people start looking and watching everything you do. Having this moment right here by yourself to zone out and train, it's a time to get your thoughts together and just make you, because what happens at this point, your mind starts to ask itself the question, have you done enough? Have you really given everything you have all prep? Have you really sacrificed and suffered enough? And having this minute sort of train by yourself and focus on that and truly ask that question, knowing that you've given all you can give, everything you have, you put onto this. And now you're in closer stages of it, you really get a chance to sort of focus and answer that to yourself before you have to answer anybody else. It's sort of a chance for you to sort of come into yourself and work on that doubt and work on that confidence before the lights, before the cameras, before the tan, before the stage. A minute alone, a time for you to just the metal, the training, the part that you love the most about doing this, to sort of zone into yourself and answer that question and really believe if you have given everything you have given, you can give to be at this level to do what you do. So yeah, man, I do appreciate having just this moment and having this training session to be able to do that. So the workout we just got on is one the Hanata bent over row. What I tend to do is I tend to lay a little bit higher on the machine, so I lay on my chest, so I target my middle back when I actually pull up on the row instead of I target my middle upper back when I pull up on the row instead of my lower back. So you're gonna stay up and give a nice open motion on there. And then I superset with a seated row, but because I got really long arms, I gotta stay standing just to make sure I get a full stretch of it. And that, I make sure to target the middle back, getting that Christmas tree going. We want to then pull up in the lower back. So I superset both of them decent weight because like I said today, we're not pushing the weight down, we're not really trying to really destroy the muscle, break down the muscle. Like, we just want to get a nice good pump in it. So I superset those two to really get the blood flow in there and get that real back wheel feeling activated on that movement. So our last two back exercises for the day was the hoist, lat pull down, and then we finish up with a rack pull. Those are the two final exercises. I always throw rack pull in the last exercise because it's one of them exercises that's helped me build that back density this last 2 years. And I can't rate it enough, man. It was something I never used to do a lot before in the past. But since I started it, the difference is made in building that density in the back has been absolutely crazy. And especially when you're doing it with great form, it really does put a lot of tension into the back muscles and really helps to help them grow. And then now we're finishing off with a glutes adductors machine. Now, with me is, through my career and since I started bodybuilding, I always take the feedback of not just the judges, but, other pros have done this before me. I've always come to give me feedback from show to show in what they want me to work on. And you find that the reason I improve so much isn't just because of that, it's because of the way I handle feedback and what I do when I get them feedbacks. It's like, after the Olympia, I wasn't happy with where my abs was. So since then, I started training abs 3 times a week. Same thing is, glutes have always been a problem for me. For some reason, I just never got to the point where I could get my glutes nice and harder like that. So since the Olympia, I adopted a method of training glutes 3 times a week as well to try to power it through. But this is something that I always find myself after every show. Do it, we get the feedback from the judges, they say what they want to see better, and I completely channel myself to make sure I make it better by the next time I'm on stage. So this is just the way I want to do it. So since obviously the feedback we had from the Olympia, we wanted better conditioning, we got that. I wanted to make my glutes and abs a lot harder, a lot sharper. We've done that, and one of the ways of doing that is just committing to training it in a different way, or even harder, or even more often. But either way, I always try to improve on whatever feedback I get off every show I do. All right. So, just finished our last back session before the show, and it's getting late. I gotta get home and get packing. Yeah, man. It's getting to that point now, man. I'm excited for the show. I'm excited to get it done. I'm also excited to get this prepped over and done with now. It feels like it's been a lifetime. 6 months of doing this, and a break is definitely needed, and I'm looking forward to that. But it's been absolutely awesome. I couldn't be happy with the result we're bringing to the show, honestly. Regardless of what the result may be, I am happy with what we've done. It's just short of nothing but incredible, the changes we were able to make in such a short time. And you know what, I'm excited to show it off on stage. And it's going to be a great show, man. It's going to be awesome. But now, I got to get my ass going. We got a trip to plan. A trip to go for, so I'm gonna get packing and see how Mel's getting on. But yeah, let's hit the road. this is what goes into prep every time we be traveling for a show. We gotta pack a lot of food stuff. A lot of food stuff. And then the meals for the day when we're traveling, because we got, I think the whole turn of a flight, 17 hours of traveling. So I need the meals to cover that time. So we already got our meals in the fridge. And then the rest of it is stuff that we're gonna need whilst we're over there for the days that we're over there before the show. After the show, we didn't care. But before the show, it matters. So we gotta be a little bit more specific about the food we take with us. And the reason, like, we take more or less our food from here instead of buying food over there is, when you go to a new state or a new country, you're not quite sure how you're going to react to their food compared to the ones you've been having all through your prep. Different countries have different regulations, law towards their food, and we got to be more mindful of that. So, just to play it safe, the same rice brand I've been eating all through the prep, same protein sources, same as much as everything we can before the show. We have the same. We try to pack that with us to avoid, just that havoc, of obviously getting a different style of food and running into any complications because of it. Same reason why we try to avoid meal prep companies this close to a show as well, because, like I said, you got to control everything that's in your food completely. You got to have complete control over it, and you can't afford, to eat something that will end up, ruining all your hard work. So, yes. So meat sauce in the US is extremely expensive. So compared to the UK, it is. So all those things have to come into account. So we got a lot of packing to do. I'll get the suitcase out, and we're gonna start throwing things in the bag. Normally we always put it like this. Well, most important stuff we put in: food, followed by food, and clothing is always last, because clothing is like, forget something, it doesn't really matter. But things like posing trunks, shaving cream, food, and then work our way out from there. Passports and stuff. Work our way out from there. So the most important stuff we pack first, and then the least important we leave to last. So in case we do forget anything, we can get the rest over there. We've got the major stuff anyway. Yeah. So shall I go bring the suitcases down there? Mm-hmm. The same two we used for Vegas.
Two big ones.
Suitcase time. It fell off a lot again. Suitcase off the loft. Yep. This is the part that Samson unfortunately had to pull out the Arnold Classic, because while he was taking his suitcases out of the loft, he got hit in the head, and unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, he had to pull out of the show because he got a concussion. Oh dear. That's it too. That's it, right?
Yep.
Ooh, where's the key?
See you later.
Oh, okay.
Jesus, look at this cup.
What is that? This cobweb. It's a dust web. Dust web.
Shocking.
Tells the web it doesn't go in the loft.
You seen this?
What?
There's a cupboard flying around.
That's new eye.
Easy.
I can see it.
Yeah,
So
you can
this.
see.
I can see them.
Because of the way you're standing, probably.
I don't know. Weird.
Oh, you putting it on the bed?
No. I don't know what's going in first and what's going in last, so I don't know how I go to sleep.
Well, this is the thing. Yeah?
That's all. That's how I'm going to sleep that.
That's nasty.
That's an early morning wake
It's a
up.
very nasty situation.
Nothing in Ohio that is worth, other than walking to a shop, other than walking to the gym.
Yeah.
There's nothing else.
So you're in a good gym.
Yeah, it's a good gym actually. Well,
Yeah, the gym is quite decent.
There's one with a freaking bank vault. It used to be a bank.
Yeah.
The gym used to be a bank, and he has like a, like back in the freaking 16th century, like you had a vault on the underground
Yeah.
bits, and different rooms and stuff like that. But it's a really cool gym. We got all the equipment and everything there. So train there for 2 days. And then really nice.
Because I'm sleepy.
I'm sleeping. I've been sleeping all day. That's why I'm roughly.
Because when I was eating at the hairdresser, I was like...
I was the same thing. The guy was cutting my hair and I was dozing off. I was like, oh shit.
It was so cold in there. Oh god. Like even if I could, like it just was
Oh dear. This is what happens when you don't sleep early enough.
Oh my towel. I don't.
I generally don't remember what the hell I'm packing.
I don't know what I'm packing either.
We're closed for 3 days. Oh, actually, closed for 7 days. Oh, fuck that. I'm just gonna throw everything I can in and be like, yeah, call it a day. That's the.
This is how I feel. I even feel like, you know what, if I don't know, and then like even for the show, like
I just I just can't be. Yeah. Oh boy, at least I ain't gonna need clothes for show day.
Yeah, but your clothes are easy, no?
Yeah, mine's always fucking t-shirts and tracksuit bottoms and shorts, so ain't nothing complicated about mine. Yeah. Simple. As long as you don't forget the most important things, that's it. Other people have dogs that they can pick up and carry around and stuff. But no, you ain't nobody picking your ass up and carrying you around, any. Ain't that right, buddy? Look how his behavior is changing because he knows we're going away. All of a sudden, it's all quiet and.
Also because Daddy told him off because he was playing.
No, I didn't tell him off because he was playing. No.
Because he was lying downstairs.
Service. Hey. You're not mad at Daddy. No? Huh? Hey. Come play with me. Where's your ball? Why are you looking all depressed, man? Hey. Where's your ball? Come on, get your ball.
Now I'm not playing. Play with him on that. Not that stupid.
Oh dear. All right, guys. So, come to the end of our day today. Like I said, we got a lot of packing to do before we hit the road first thing in the morning. So, yes, just to give you a brief oversight of what we are at, or where we're at this point. Last day here in the UK before the Arnold Classic. So, in a minute, the next time you see us, we're going to be in Ohio. So, until then, guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Don't miss the show next weekend. And let's have some fun, man. Till then, catch you next time.